Hello everyone and welcome back to Outer Worlds. Now it's been a few days, so let me take a look at what I've been doing. Basically I took a couple days because my voice was still a little messed up. It seems to be okay now, hopefully. I don't overdo it like I did last time. I've been playing Outer Worlds on Xbox. And I beat it already. It's not that long of a game. I mean, I still definitely enjoyed it, and it has multiple playthrough potential. But I have beaten it once. I kind of know what I'm doing a little better now. Which means technically this isn't a blind playthrough anymore. But I did play it differently on the Xbox. So there might be some differences that I've never seen before. Or don't know about. What do I have going for me here? Oh yeah, this character is a little... I forgot this character is more balanced. My Xbox character was full gun. This character is a little more balanced. No shotgun instead of melee weapon. Okay. I was gonna replace then. Okay, we're doing okay. I'll mess with all. I mean, I probably got the best stuff on for now. I'll mess with it when I get new stuff. All right. And as far as missions go, you know what? Let's get our new companion. So we need to get her some drugs. Legal drugs.
Velma seem out of sorts.
Sort of.
She's always cranky.
You know, this is one of those worlds where drugs are,
More than usual.
you know, guarded carefully and limited, and she's already passed her allotment for the month. So, hey, I need drugs.
If Velma's capable of running the warehouse, she can certainly pick up her own caffeinoid.
Don't be so hard on her. With Brax missing, she's working doubles and needs a little edge.
Very well, dearie. But you stop by any time you like. Hmm?
Thanks, I'll keep that in mind.
All right, sorry to interrupt whatever that was. Hey, need drugs.
Hello, dearie. Why, I don't believe I've seen you before. And with sweet cheeks like those, I'd remember. What can Auntie Abigail do for you?
I've been asked to pick up a caffeinoid supplement.
And what a helpful young man you are. Nothing like a little pill to liven up the spirits. Who's your lucky friend, dearie?
It's for Nyoka.
Oh, her. It's none of my business, but I have told her Dr. Williams would bump up her monthly allotment if only she'd join MSI. Contribute like the rest of us. Now I've gone and said too much. And you know me, dearie. I don't like to pry.
You know, I would say this town is being bribed with drugs to work, but I don't think it is. I mean, it's just caffeine pills. I guess it's the same thing as just like having everyone hyped up on Red Bull at work, which is a thing at my last job. And I'm sure it's at other people's jobs too. You know, the offices have coffee, and everywhere else has energy drinks. Is there any way I can increase that allotment? I need to sober her up.
I'm afraid not. Dr. Williams managed the town's allotments from his terminal upstairs. Even I can't access them.
Terminal, you say? Well, yeah, I thought you were in charge around here.
Oh, you flatter an old woman. Me, I'm just here to be a pretty face for the customers. And to keep an extra key to the supply room for all the times Dr. Williams misplaced his.
Supply room?
The one upstairs, where we store our medicines.
Where can I find this Dr. Williams?
In the town graveyard, I'm afraid. Poor man was always searching for the flower of enlightenment. On the way, he tried some rather daring substance combinations.
I mean, he had access to all of them, so I guess that makes some sense. Where's the graveyard?
The graveyard's near the southern ruins. You're certainly welcome to pay our respects, but the bodies tend to attract beasties.
You're gonna go tussle with some raptidons? Because I've been practicing my dropkick.
Do be careful. I'd hate for anything to happen to you, dearie.
So, am I gonna go dig up his body and get a key? Morbid. Alright. Unfortunately, I'm not tough enough to intimidate her. But yeah, I guess that's it.
Chin up, dearie.
Okay. Honestly, I might respect too. Again, after playing through this, I kind of know what some of the stats do better. Actually, speaking of which, what are my skills here? Wayne. Ooh, lockpick is decently high. That's nice. Yeah, I learned lockpick is really nice early on. Tech is good. I need to get this up too. That 100% bonus to skills is really powerful. I mean, for 18 more skill points, I can get like an extra 20 or 30 skill from each character. This is the team I ran with a little bit because I get as high a persuade as possible. And I get as high as lockpick as possible because both Parvati and Felix have lockpick and persuade. Then eventually I get my skills high enough where I can just use one or the other. Because I always want my persuade to be high and I always want my lockpick to be high. You know what? I'm going to take a look around. This is a pharmacy. I'm sure I can find some stuff to steal and sell. Ooh.
We're one with the shadows, boss.
Don't mind me just taking all your stuff. Oh. Well, never mind. Looks like I don't have to go dig up a body for a key. But I don't know what route I would consider the least, not evil, but like morally wrong in some way. Digging up some guy's body for a key or just stealing drugs from a drugstore. I don't know. I guess the latter. My hack's not good enough. Alright. Well, I think I've taken everything of value in here.
Come to share a secret with Auntie Abigail?
Yeah, I took your stuff. Alright, Nyoka. I got your pills. Now you can sober up and show me the way around here. Oh. Hello?
Laws. Can't a man enjoy the smooth menthol flavor of a Stogie Slim in peace?
Now, whatever.
Ah, the charmer. Welcome back. Drink, chat, or business? All of the above?
Business? Sort of. Got your magic pills.
More or less dangerous than a steady supply of alcohol. Give it here. Whew, that hits the spot. Right in the, oh, no, there it is. There it is. Yes. We're in business. Let's go.
Glad to have you.
Great. Where to? Oh, Hiram? I ain't checked in on that man in an age. He's running the giant radio tower we lovingly call Devil's Peak. We'll be going south and west, mostly along the road till we're past Fallbrook. Out there's a western slope that'll lead us through some fun. You like hunting, right? That's fun. If you're more of a spelunker, Rotting River will take you into the mountain caverns. We can discuss options when we get closer. That said, 3's already a crowd. I don't mind waiting somewhere until you got a spot open.
As much as I like having my persuade and lockpick high, I kind of want to take her with me. This is her planet. I'm going to take her with me. So, Felix, see ya.
I hope you like being part of our crew, Nyoka. We're real excited to have you. So you keep Monarch safe, huh? That's real honorable work, Miss Nyoka.
Oh, no. Monarch ain't safe, even with me around. I've just got intimate knowledge of its dangers and an abundance of fortitude. Folks hire me because I know what you can shoot and what you ought to run from. That's a mistake you only get to make once.
Useful skills on a planet full of monsters. Alright, Nyoka. What do you come with? Yep, she's got her light machine gun plasma and a melee weapon. That one's fine. Ooh, but I have skill points. Now, what do I want to give her? I'm gonna get some extra lie out of her. Nah, I don't really need those two. I know I said before, like I like giving them their unique perks, but honestly, some of them just aren't that useful, especially later in the game. Like once I pump up my talking to a point, I don't really need a +10 lie. But that being said, what else do I, you know what? I'm going to give her range damage. And I'm going to make her more of a range character. And this, I'm going to do, no. Yeah. Making abilities are so handy in this game. I played on a harder difficulty on Xbox, and abilities helped a lot. When I respec, I'll respec everyone else too. The respec you pay for respecs all the companion abilities too. What about your... just like all the other characters, she comes with her own light armor. Stealth skill +5 is okay. That'll give me more sneak from her at least, since she has lie, sneak, and medical. We're gonna make you more of a long range character, but still aggressive. And you don't give me lockpick. You don't give me persuade either. Or engineering. Okay, well, then I'm just going to give her a little bit of extra armor. Speaking of that, what do you have? You give me engineering and a little extra persuade. That's fine. Yeah, that's good. And generally when someone joins you, they're the same level as you. I mean, everyone is, I think. But the gear they have is also going to be at that level. So for being light gear, it has 19 armor. I mean, mine's medium and only has 24. Ooh. Several phrases have been marked off. Bartok bingo. Right between the eyes. There were 4 of them. That raft was this big. Took it down with one shot, and buy me a drink. Apparently she spends a lot of time here. Ooh. I love finding the space lockpicks. Nope, I'm not gonna steal when there's two people in the room.
New face, huh? You from Offworld?
Why, yes, I am. I am Captain West Shepherd. I don't see the point of lying and saying I'm Hawthorne anymore.
A ship captain? Well, I'll be. Here, let me buy you a drink. Consider it an MSI welcome. Why don't you grab a chair, sit a spell, and revel with us?
By the smell, he's been reveling enough for you both already.
What you celebrating?
Me and my friends have taken our destiny into our own hands. We're untethered, free of responsibility and worldly cares. Well, as long as we don't run out of bits. But until the windfall's gone, we're riding high. See, we just walked out on our work. Had enough, we did. So now we're striking.
Man, this planet is so much different from the first one, Terra 2. On that planet, everyone was, like, I've gotta work, can't get sick, gotta work. I won't get sick if I work. And spouting slogans and all over the place. In this planet, you got people going on strike. I'm sure if Parvati would say something about that, she'd be like, what's a strike? What are rights? What are weekends? But what could be so bad that you walked off the job? I thought this place was a little more nice when it came to, work environment.
It ain't any one thing but the sum of it all, having to work longer shifts for less bits. And the wages we do earn don't cover as much as they used to. Our supervisor Velma goes on and on about quarterly profits and meeting quotas. But that ain't what Sanjar promised us. Velma refuses to negotiate, so we're refusing to work. We won't go back until she agrees to pay us fair and proper. Us on Monarch, we're free from the board, We have the right to lobby for better hours and pay.
Well, fair enough. I'm a pretty good negotiator if you need some help.
I wouldn't doubt it. You look like the type who tends to come out on top. Not like us cogs, trying to be the squeaky wheel but just getting deadlocked. It's been days, but Velma won't even hear us out. Maybe you could just make her listen to our demands.
Sure. I'll take a stab at it.
You would do that? We sure are lucky you decided to come up to the patio today. I knew drinking up here would be good for more than the view.
Let's talk about Velma.
Sure thing. What did you want to discuss?
You know my enemy going into this. What we got here? We got her. Any suggestions on how to pressure her?
If I knew that, I'd have tried it. Talking reasonably got me nowhere. Maybe you'll fare better. The others wanted to blackmail her, but we're above that. Besides, them are just rumors. We got no proof they're true.
Blackmail, you say?
I would never endorse such an untoward tactic, you know, but, well, there's rumors that Velma's taking a cut off the profits. So far, it's just gossip, you know, but if there was any proof to be had, it'd be in the Saltuna warehouse, I reckon.
Well, I'll take a look at that. You know, in instances like this from both points of view, yeah, they want more money. They want to, you know, they're doing more work, working longer hours. They want more money. But sometimes things happen and you have to kind of contribute. But at the same time, if she's stealing money, giant hypocrite. I will definitely take care of that. And what is going on with you?
Please, will someone help me? My boy's in trouble. Oh, thank you for stopping. Everyone acts like nothing's wrong, like my little boy isn't at risk of being eaten by some vile creature. Please, you have to help me get my little Tucker back. He ran away and is going to get himself killed. Oh, I just know a raptidon is melting him with acid as we speak.
Little graphic to have to say it that way, but okay, that's fine. Your child is missing. Where was he last? Where'd you see him?
Oh, I just knew you were a good person. Agnes, I said, this is the man to save your little Tucky. And I was right. He ran out into the wilderness a few days ago. I warned him about the raptidons, mantisaurs, and marauders, the toxic sulfur pools, and poisonous plants, but he didn't listen.
Oh, law, Captain. A youngster won't last long in a place like this. Please, can't we help?
You ain't wrong, but if he hasn't made it to Amber Heights by now, there's no saving him.
Please, won't you go and find my boy?
Why would a kid go into a leave the city when you just listed like 6 things that could kill him?
He's been pining for an adventure. Says he's tired of living cooped up behind the walls. But he doesn't understand how dangerous it is out there. I warned him. A raptidon would snap him up first chance it got. I just know one's ripped his arm off and is gnawing on his sweet little fingers. He should have listened to his mama. I promised I'd keep him safe here with me.
Where would he have gone? Like, what's out there? I haven't been out there yet.
He's been listening to those awful broadcasts that the iconoclasts put out. I begged Sanjar to put a stop to them, but did he? No! And now I just know my boy's run off to Amber Heights. That is, if a manta queen hasn't spooled out and eaten his entrails for breakfast already.
If a queen got to him, he died quick. Ought to be thankful for that. Most aren't so lucky.
Oh, where's my fainting chair? I can't dig this.
Get a fainting chair? Okay, and that just reminded me. My Discord is still up. Pretty sure I closed it out, but I don't think it... Nope, I didn't. There we go. Better. Oh, who are the iconoclasts?
Those low-life degenerates, leading innocent boys into a life of danger. Oh, they make it sound so exciting. Like it's noble to risk it all out there, fighting for the greater good. How noble is it to worry your loved ones? Not at all, I say. But still they preach their sermons of anarchy and rebellion to anyone who'll listen. If they weren't holed up in Amber Heights, I'd knock them all upside the head.
Rebellion, you say? I mean, I'm no fan of the corporations. Maybe I can talk to these guys. Where is Amber Heights?
That old settlement, southwest of Stellar Bay. I don't know which is worse, the thought of my son shacking up with the nutty iconoclasts, or that he never made it. Sprats could be nesting in his rotting body alongside the road as we speak. Or maybe marauders got him, pulled all his teeth out, crushed him into their drugs, and made him snort them. Oh, the things that could happen to my sweet baby.
You have a messed up imagination when it comes to your son. Alright, you know what? I'll help you find him.
Thank you. Oh, I know he'll be safe now that someone's able to fetch him home. You look for him in Amber Heights, you hear? It's down the road southwest of town. I'm sure he made it that far. I just know it. And if you find any of them iconoclasts indoctrinating my boy, you punch them in the mouths. Tell them what I think of them luring little boys away from their mamas. It's immoral.
I mean, I'll help you find him. I'm not gonna punch anybody. The iconoclasts are like just like they're what are they called? They're not the science guys, but the other ones, the ones that think like the world, like the universe is random. I honestly kind of want to bring Vicar Max with me to see what he says about him.
You look like a man who's looking for some mostly fresh animal parts?
Sebastian, you ever get your hands on those pheromone sacks? Manipillars ain't gonna hunt themselves, you know.
I must have hunted a dozen, but I couldn't find a single sack on any of them. Must be looking in the wrong place.
Manipillars ain't got pheromone sacks. I just told him that so he'd stop asking me for advice.
At least I'm getting a good haul of claws in the process. You're in good hands, traveling with Monarch's top merc. Still, if you want any rat glands or manticlaws, I've got you covered.
Yeah, bye. I swear he's just selling animal parts. I wouldn't think there'd be a big business for that. Ooh.
And we're stalking.
And then you want to see me? Not. Okay. Honestly, I forgot who I already talked to in this town. Did I talk to every... No, I don't think I did. Alright, time to make the rounds. Although, did I already talk to... I think I did. This is why I marathon these kind of games. Because I always forget, if I take too long in between, I always forget what I've already done. I think I already did that one. Yeah, I think I did. Okay. This is where I do my rounds around the town. After playing on Xbox, I learned a few things. Basically, I was taking the time, every time I go outside, I was taking the time to learn where everything was. Like, unlock everything on the map. Like I do in normal, like Dragon Age Inquisition. I did that a lot. But the side quests do a pretty good job in this. Oh,
someone's been killed!
Okay.
I think I'm gonna be sick.
What happened?
No! I just stepped in a dead man's blood. And I think one of the flies landed on my mouth. If you're going into the apartments, do not go into the lower one on the right. That's where the body is. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go contemplate a hot shower.
Well, have fun. But yes, when you go outside, out of the cities, basically if you get all the side quests, they tend to show you where everything is. They do a good job of, like, guiding you. Oh, whoa, ooh. Didn't see you there. So as long as you talk to everyone in town and get all the side quests that are outside, for the most part, they're meant to, like, link up. Very rarely did I find something on the map that, I mean, you can still find caves and stuff like that. But for the most part, going on the quest and just walking instead of fast traveling, maybe taking a different path, going back somewhere, you can pretty much find everything. Here, what do we got here? Messages. Mr. Nandi, sorry to bother you about this, but something foul is leaking from the apartment above. Or upstairs. I don't know what Celia's keeping up there, but she works for you, right? Do you think you could talk to her about it? That would be all the animal parts she's been buying so she could talk to Sebastian. Isaac, can you please try to keep your window shut? As I've tried to explain, leaving them open, especially when you've got food out, invites mantis swarms, and mantis swarm infestations is everyone's problem. Ugh. I know you keep odd hours. I know because I've heard you coming and going all times of the night, day and night. But maybe you should try to close your door a little more quietly. I have rather sensitive nerves, and every time I hear your door, I think we're in the middle of another Amber Heights. So I kind of learned Monarch is the biggest planet. I spent forever on Monarch. So this is going to be, oh, okay.
Oh, sorry. Just spooked me, was all.
Even Stellar Bay ain't safe these days. What's the world coming to?
Yeah, well, this guy's dead. The mystery solved. And he's not going to need any of this stuff. Cereal. Oop. Betting slip lists some incredibly bold wages made from a team called Mostly Colonists from left field tossball betting. Oh, someone got involved in betting. Yep, nope, give me the money. Okay. Several ragged outfits, all the same cut and color, were stuffed into his suitcase. So is he trying to leave? And hey, that bit of investigation got me a level up. And some free stuff. But yes, Monarch is the biggest, and I spent like an hour or two just walking around Monarch. Trying to find all the sites. But honestly, if you just follow all the side quests that you get in here, they'll lead you to other places, and you just kind of like find it on your own. I like games like that. Instead of having, I mean, obviously it should, a lot of games benefit you by, ooh. A lot of games benefit from you like exploring everything. And it's nice there's bonuses, like random caves and stuff. Ooh, I probably should have been,
Hey, I saw that.
Oh, come on, really?
What do you think you're doing?
Nothing.
Just don't make any trouble for me, okay?
That is going to make my my reputation go down, but only by 1%. I'm fine with that. Or it didn't. Cool. Bye. And while I like playing games on stream that I would like how I would normally play them, I can't really do that too well because in a game like this, again, I would just run from like the outer edges of the map and go inward. It's just how I am. I'm thorough. But I've learned that as long as I go after the side quests that I get in town, I'll pretty much find everything. Dropping a care package off with the Mathers in the old ruins south of Stellar Bay. Be back soon. Laura, I know you're reading this state of my things. I take it you're Laura?
You startled me. Don't sneak up on a person like that, huh?
Didn't mean to scare you. Bye. I think there's isn't there a mission for this? Oh yeah, I need to go back to Roseway and get that. I keep forgetting to do that. Side quests. Okay, I have to go. That's in what's that place? Oh, that's the Fairbank, I think it's called. Let's see. Convince Velma. You know what? Let's take care of that. Yep, it's right here. So I'm going to loop around. I'm going to look at all this stuff here. And I'm going to go inside and take care of that. And that'll complete my loop of the town. Is it possible to miss something doing this? Yes. I actually found a few. I actually found a side quest in Mass Effect. In like my 5th playthrough. Oh, hey, I'm just walking through the town.
Whoa, by the stars, my poor heart. I just about pissed my jumpsuit.
Yeah, people are jumping in this town. Yeah. Well, I'm not gonna say that. I didn't mean to startle you.
Most people don't. Besides, this place is enough to try anyone's nerves.
What's going on?
Where should I begin? With the oversized mantisaurs? Or perhaps the rap spewing acid at our walls? The board was right. This place isn't fit for human habitation, and I was a fool for staying.
So yeah, when the board decided to pull out from this planet, some of the MSI guys, like, they stayed. And that's why everyone's here. They're trying to survive on their own, being independent, because the board cut them off. And I guess some people might regret that decision. Oh yeah, Parvati's looking for some dustbat casserole for her date with that other engineer.
That was a real popular meal 10, 20 years back, before the board tucked tail and ran. These days, everybody's had a belly full of salt tuna. They all want borscht. And the mushrooms, well, not many venture out of town, what with the monsters hereabouts. I can whip one up for you, but it'll cost. Here's a menu.
Oh, yikes. I can't cover this much, Captain.
3,000 for a cake? And I'm not a jerk enough to be able to do that. You know what? I'll get back to you on this.
Sure, just let me know.
Yeah, what made you decide to stay in the first place? Like, why stay on this planet if there's just a bunch of monsters everywhere?
Sanjar, of course. He had all these glorious ideas about how he'd run Monarch. Rest periods between every work shift. No shift more than 10 hours long.
You company folk are all the same. Choose to stay, then complain about the choice you've made.
How was I supposed to know it'd turn out like this? It all sounds wonderful, until you realize there's only a few centimeters of repurposed steel between you and the deadliest creatures in the galaxy.
So it sounds like the guy that's leading them did a bit of bureaucracy, like Jedi mind trick on him. They gave him like all these. Oh, this is going to be so glorious. I mean, it looks to be. It's okay. I mean, at least they're free of the board, but there's going to be some obvious downsides to that. And no, he doesn't need a hairnet. He has his chef hat, which I think I might be able to steal from somewhere and put on somebody. Yeah. It seems like you would want a bigger wall.
I could do with a few kilometers of cold vacuum, but that spaceship is flown.
You ever thought about leaving here since you don't really like it that much? Go cook somewhere else.
Only every day. But in case you haven't noticed, we don't exactly get ships on a regular basis, yours notwithstanding. And even if I did scrape together enough to buy passage out with sublight, which would mean reaching Fallbrook without getting eaten, shot, or dissolved into green goop, what then?
I don't know, groundbreaker? I mean, hey, I'll make you a deal. I'll give you a ride wherever you want on my ship if you don't charge me 3,000 for a cake. Why don't you? Yeah.
Nothing. That's what. Because MSI is not in what you'd call good standing with the board. So even if I could get out of here, no one's gonna hire me.
Everyone's blacklisted. That makes sense. Yeah, it does sound rough.
Even talking about it does my blood pressure up. I've really gotta stop.
Well, bye.
Lucky you.
I'll be back with my my vicar. He'll give me some intimidate. Maybe we can settle this. Not paying 3,000 for a cake. Sorry, Parvati. Actually, how much money do I have? I only have 5,000. Why am I so poor? Why am I so poor? On my Xbox playthrough, I was rich. I knew what I was doing, though. I was stealing everything that wasn't bolted down, basically, and selling it. What did I get? Light, and then I'm staring at my blade again. Okay. I was, still making the rounds. Yeah, this game's, it has a very typical RPG thing to it, where it's like you have the starting planet, and then you have like the hub area, like Groundbreaker, that kind of thing. But I still like it. I mean, it works. A lot of games use it. Look at BioWare games. Checking the map every 3 seconds. Oh, already been there. Oh, we need to go here for another mission. Oh, sports bar.
Ooh, you're the new face. Wow, you must be up on all the latest tossball games. So who do you follow? Wait, don't tell me. You look like a Hammersmith Thunder fan. No, Glacial H Mammoths.
I play for Auntie Cleo's Darlings. Don't you recognize me? I'm not gonna lie. Although that gets me more XP. Yeah, whatever.
I'd heard they'd gotten a new hacker. Is that why everyone's making such a fuss about you? But what are you doing on Monarch?
Oh, I got an achievement. We're meeting our fans across the colony.
Maybe we're not so isolated as I thought. So, what can I do for you?
Well, I found a betting slip on a dead guy. Any idea what happened to him? Maybe you tried to collect? Or you had someone try to collect?
Poor Isaac. I was wondering why I hadn't seen him in a few days. I'd really like to help. Isaac was a sweet fellow, even if he did have terrible teeth.
Terrible teeth? Whatever. I'm listening.
Right. So the thing with Isaac is he didn't know where to stop. He'd get stuck on something, and he just couldn't let it go. Sometimes he'd drink Purpleberry Punch by the liter. Other times he'd keep betting on a losing team. Started owing the wrong people money.
Honestly, I kind of get that. There are times when, like, I'll eat the same few foods for, like, a week or two straight, and then I just won't touch them for, like, 6 months. I kind of get that. Who did he owe?
I don't know for sure, but I saw Elijah and his buddies pushing Isaac around. They're hooligans from Fallbrook. They sweep into town, drop supplies off behind the warehouse, and spend the rest of their stay getting rowdy over tossball games. They usually loiter in the alley behind the yacht club. They're not allowed in the bar anymore. I bet you anything Isaac ran into trouble with one of them.
Thanks for the tip.
Mr. Sanjar will be pleased to hear about it when you're done. I know he gets fed up with the Fallbrook bullies, but there's not much he can do.
Now, I haven't been to Fallbrook yet, but I think it's run by Sublight, which so there's like several different groups in this world. You have the towns like the first one that are just pure corporate, and you have the board. Then you have a town like this one that's like been blacklisted by the board. They run it like a corporate town, but not really.
Sounds like wrapped in here.
Like they have they have like weekends off and shorter shifts and breaks and stuff. Then you have Sublight, which is just kind of their own thing, a salvaging business that is a little shady. So I like how in this game there's a lot of different groups.
You're a lifesaver. Hope Abigail didn't give you a hard time.
Just the usual. Any word on Braxton?
Nothing. Don't know how much longer I can cover for him either. Give me those pills, will you?
Here you go. You know, you might consider a real night's sleep instead.
Look, you can tell Catherine the new shipment will be ready when it's ready, all right? She's welcome to come up here and pack boxes herself if she's in such a hurry.
With you talking about, I haven't said anything to you yet.
Sorry. Seems I got my cables crossed. Thought you were another shakedown tough from Fallbrook. Hope you can forgive my temper. This job has been running me ragged lately. First, my autoloader foreman stages a walkout, and now my chief pescatological health manager is missing.
Your chief what?
Braxton. He's in charge of getting the fish fat, but also making sure they don't get too many tumors. He's a real wizard with pharmaceuticals, but he has creative notions of working hours. Comes with living in a free colony, I guess.
He'll come back eventually.
I can't keep working double shifts either. Since you don't seem to be constrained yourself, maybe you could check up on him. He lives in the apartments. Tell him Velma said to get his lazy ass down here, or she might start noticing those extra jugs he's been taking from supply. Something else on your mind?
I'm here to ask about Grimm's poster. Oh, that's right. He, the guy that greeted me on the way in, got a signed poster from the Black Hole tossball player, and I'm supposed to ask, like, where is it?
This again? I swear, this is the last time I contract for any special requests. You can tell Grimm his poster came in. You can also tell him I got a better offer for it. So now it's going to Nell. That about cover it?
Who's Nell?
She runs the betting parlor across the way. Nice professional lady. She asked me about the poster once. Just once. Made a real generous offer, too.
Now, really? The guy ordered the poster, and you have it, and you're going to sell it to somebody else because they made a better offer? I'm glad other places don't work like that in real life. Yeah, it's about the money.
Damn right it is.
Well, you still have the poster, right?
It's staying locked up in my office until Nell shows with her money.
I mean, didn't he already pay for it? This is like UPS, like selling items to people that are just willing to pay more.
No. I paid Sublight for it. So, it's mine. And when Nell pays me for it, it'll be hers. Grimm may have asked for the poster, but it's not his until I take his money.
But he ordered it. I mean, yeah, let's work something out here.
Sure can. If you want to pay me more than Nell's offering.
No, not really. Yeah, if I help you find Braxton, maybe we can work something out.
Sure. And once you finish helping me, then we can talk about the poster. Fine by me.
What else you got? Let's talk about Caleb.
Unless you're here to tell me he's agreed to do his job again, I've got nothing to say.
I mean, you could just increase his pay. You know, maybe if that, I heard a rumor going around that you've been stealing money. Maybe if you'd stop doing that, you'd have enough to pay your workers more.
I don't have the bits for it, plain and simple. Besides, if I make an exception for him, I gotta do the same for everyone. I
mean, yeah, he needs a raise to keep it with prices.
Tell him to complain to Catherine in Fallbrook, not me. Sublight's demanding more money for the same contracts, which means we're all in the same boat. If Caleb wants to keep this job, he'd better get back to it. I'm about ready to hire Sublight contractors at this rate.
Well, are you willing to meet him halfway? Let's negotiate. That's why I'm here.
For running me ragged while he takes an extended leave at the bar? Not on your life.
Well, fine then.
Fine by me.
You said Braxton's been stealing drugs.
Stealing's such a nasty word. Let's call it skimming. And yeah, let's just say I've noticed the sterile biotics we use for the fish would get used a little faster on Braxton's shifts.
Yeah, why didn't you turn him in? He's literally just, he's stealing drugs and getting high on the clock. Why are you letting him get away with this?
We're not like those corporate towns where you get fined for sleeping on the wrong side of the bed. Besides, the Spacer's Choice stuff we use is cheap enough. And Braxton knows how to get the Saltuna, fat and mostly tumor-free.
Yeah, I like my fish tumor-free, thank you. I'm glad that you, it's mostly. Nice tagline to put on the side of the box that it comes in. Mostly tumor-free. Yeah, who's Catherine?
Sublight boss out of Fallbrook. Handles most goods that come in or out of Stellar Bay. Has a mouth like a ground six spacer.
All right. Now, while I am here, I know they mentioned I could find proof that she's stealing money in her office. Now, I haven't really looked around here yet. Anyone in here? Anyone? Nope. Okay. Take it. Oh, what the? Why was there a gun in her locker here? Anything in the bathroom? Nope. No. Never anything good in the bathroom to take. Okay. Seeing her office would be up here somewhere. Let's find out if she's stealing money. Aw, not good enough. Hey, a gun. That level 14, like all the other ones I find. Yep. For some reason, every time I find one of these guns, I like these guns, but they always seem to be level 14. Speaking of that, that's level 15, level 11. This one was most likely level 11 when I got it. Okay. Mash random keys. Nope, doesn't work. Messages. The fish intake 23A are looking a little lumpy. Ugh. You're not going to make it in, that's fine, but you have to let me know so I can stay on top of the doses. We really need to talk about this Altoona situation. I've had to let 4 batches rot in the warehouse over the last 2 months because we're not finding buyers. I know the situation with the board puts us in a tough spot, but we need to start thinking about how we're going to keep Stellar Bay afloat if we can't get sales up. So no one's buying their lumpy tumoury fish. Seriously, where are you? You've missed 3 shifts. This is getting ridiculous even for you. So either he's on a binge, or he's disappeared. You know what? I'm gonna do this. With the companions, it's a good thing and a bad thing.
Ellie and Max are engaged in a heated discussion in the kitchen.
I love the idea that companions give you stats. I really like that. But it also makes you use certain companions more. That I don't like. Like, Nyoka's cool. We're on her planet. I want her to be in my party. But I found that Parvati and Vicar Max tend to be my best teammates. Not just because their abilities are good, crowd control, but also because just their ability spread. He gives me science and hacking and intimidate. And she gives me engineering, persuade, and lockpick, all very useful. And unfortunately, some of the characters just overlap too much, or they just don't give me anything that good. Like Nyoka gives, again, lie, sneak, and medical. I'm not a sneaky person. Medical's okay. And lie is also okay, but mine's pretty high to begin with. Sort of. It's not bad. I mostly rely on persuade. But if you look at Vicar Max, intimidate is just as useful as lie. In fact, sometimes more. But also hack and science are also pretty handy. Hack is really good. Like hack and lockpick are great. So what I'm gonna do, do I want to do this? Yep, you know what? I do. Okay. Because I know what I'm doing a little better now. And I don't have enough money to really do anything in here. Okay. And to decide where I put my points in, I'm going to leave with these two. Actually, before I do that, I am going to take a look at what they have on them. No, nothing good. What do you got on you? One-handed melee and lockpick? I'm going to give you a placeholder for now, so I can have the lockpick thing. Nope, that's good. Nyoka. That's a pretty decent light machine gun. Parvati is level 13 heavy machine gun. You know, I'm going to give her just a regular assault rifle kind of thing. Also higher level. Level 10 dialogue. Ugh, that's not great. What else you got? I'm going to give you this for more armor and for an extra lockpick or 2 skill that I can get to myself. Man, my armor is not great right now. I need to start killing some people to get better stuff. One-handed melee, sneak, tech skills. If I had something for stealth, I'd give it to him. That would get me more hacking. Although tech would get me more science. That's not a terrible trade. You know what? For now, until I find something better, I'm just going to stay with that. And That. I don't have a lot of options. And yes, I like how... I like the way they look. Like, when you change their stuff, it shows you on the screen. I mean, I know it's a new game and it should do that, but still. And I have the headgear turned off so I can actually see their faces. Yeah, look, look at how bulky he is. Yeah, Parvati, I really need to get you some better stuff. For now, it's fine. Yeah. Again, I like the fact that companions give you stats. But it also makes you take the same companions over and over again when you're lacking certain stats or just like certain stats, like I do. So I'm a little torn, but like you can substitute Felix and Parvati. They're fairly similar. Parvati has engineering, Felix has sneak. So you can kind of, go back and forth between them. I am encumbered. Oh, because I don't have any skills, that's right. Like, wait a minute. So you have the two skill numbers here. The number on the left is the one that you have, and that gives you your perks on the side there, your skills. The one in the parentheses is the one that you get from your teammates and your gear. That does not count towards your skills. So I found that any skill that you want high, just for the sake of being high, like a skill check in dialogue, or just increases in stuff like, guns. Bad example because you can't really do that, but what's a good example here? Stuff like this. The higher your medical, the more you get healed from your medical inhaler. So that would be something that you might want to raise up with companions and not putting your own points into. But some of this stuff is really good skill-wise. Like, again, lockpick. I like to have at least 40 in lockpick. So right now, there. See, my lockpick is... This actually works both ways. My lockpick is 40, so I find more bits. Awesome. But also because it's 55, I could potentially use one less pick or two on certain things. The higher it is, the more you don't... the less you have to use. And again, hacking. I don't really... The only one that I'd like is 20, to be able to sell goods at vending machines because it's convenient. And obviously 40 is okay too, being able to access restricted items. But I just want it for skill checks, and for that, the parenthesis number works. And I don't care about sneak that much at all. Although, pickpocketing, oh man. Pickpocketing can get you some money. Go to one of the later worlds and just pick everyone's pockets. It's nice. Let's see. Dialogue, I definitely want high. I mean, that's what this build is. I'm going to get all of them to 40. 65 is a good place to be. Tech, I also want pretty high. Let's see. Medical, honestly, the skills are okay. Science, I really want that to at least 40. That halves the cost of tinkering for your weapons and armor. Nice. And what do you do? Yeah, I also want that to 40. Basically, every time you break down something, you have a 20% chance of getting a mod, and they can be pretty good, too. And then I definitely want this higher. Like, really high. I'm going to keep going. Because the companion skill plus 100% is very useful. On lower difficulties, I really don't need this to 60. So, being at 50 is a bonus. And, of course, my weapons. I at least want these two to 40. I really don't use heavy weapons that much myself, but these two are awesome at 40. Honestly, I want that to 60, but I'm not doing melee. In fact, I'm going to switch out my sword. I'll be honest, I don't like melee in this game that much. Now, unfortunately, you can't respec. You can't respec your attribute points, so I'm stuck at average melee, or above average, I think. But it's okay. It gives me more It gives me more capacity to carry stuff. You know what? I'm gonna do at least 20. That way I can do power and sweep attacks. Why not? It'll be a difference. I did nothing but guns on my other run. I might as well do some melee in this one. Why not? It's in the game. It's fun. Rather use a shotgun, use melee. So I have 6 whole points left over. What do I put them in? This is good for pretty much forever. In this one, throw some damage. Honestly, I really don't care about the 60s in these. Or that. Or that. Could do... You know what? I'm gonna do that so I can pickpocket if I want to. And then, when all else fails, I might just put it more into guns. To do more damage. Or dialogue. You know what? I'm gonna do dialogue. Boom. I have 74 hack and lockpick. Not bad. And now I get to redo my perks. Now, what perks do I want? I like the time dilation ones. This one makes the meter 25% bigger. And where's the other one? This one makes it recharge faster. Who doesn't like bullet time? It's a fun mechanic. And also save your ass. I always like carrying capacity. I'm a pack rat. Now I need 3 more. Run speed, because I'm lazy and impatient. Now, how about vendor prices? Nah. XP? No. No. You know what? More health is always nice. I have 4 points left. Movement penalty to accuracy. This is nice. Restore TTD meter when you get a kill. So you can just kind of keep doing it. I will do this. Every time you get a kill, you get 15% health restored. That's... I would have died so many times on my other playthrough if I hadn't used this. You know what? Why not? Let's have some more carry capacity. This is from your teammates. Yep. This is such a lazy, this is a lazy perk to take, but it's so useful. Being able to see items you can pick up and interact with quicker, or like from further away, really helps. And the last one for now. How about this? Movement penalty for accuracy. I'll be running and gunning. And now I get to do my teammates. I want that one. A +10 engineering, I'll take it. Also want this one. Basically, you have an increased chance of finding mods when you're doing stuff. Now, it says extract mods. I honestly, I think that means that this affects when you're looting something, not when you're breaking something down. So I have the 20% chance to get one when it breaks it down. When I break items down, she has a 10% chance to find them and stuff. So I also like that. This is only when I use her ability, so that's not really worth it. So I have 1 more perk point, huh? You know what? Ability damage. And Vicar Max, a character I didn't like at first, but he's kind of grown on me. Yes. Later, that won't be that necessary, but honestly, it'll save me 10 skill points as well, if I want to max it out later. That's honestly not that great. The dialogue combat things are interesting. And my highest is Persuade, which affects human opponents. But, you know, it's really not that necessary. On higher difficulties, yeah, it helps. Of course, I really don't see anything else in here worth it, so I'm taking it. I love contradicting myself immediately. Yeah, we'll also do that. Very similar builds. Everyone, I mean, besides these three, everyone else has the same stuff over here. So, my characters are going to look pretty similar. And while I'm in here, Parvati, close, mixed, making medium, mixed, aggressive. Thicker. How is your stuff? Ooh. Level 18. Damn. And a little pokey stick. Not bad. Level 15. Level 14. Thicker, what you got? You got, oh, that's right, he has the 2 heavy armors. All right. That only took about 20 minutes. But that was fun to watch. Now that I have Hacky Man with me, and I have more hack myself, I can go get the blackmail information. I mean, blackmail is such a strong word. I like to call it evidence. Evidence of her wrongdoings.
I hear those rich people in Byzantium pay.
You know, they say 2 wrongs don't make a right. Debatable. You know, she's stealing money. I'm hacking and illegally getting data, and it ends up making a right.
I'd give you a friendlier welcome, but I'm up to my elbows in salt tuna guts.
Gosh, this old girl's in a rough way. Even old Bess in Edgewater was in better shape than this.
Hey, you want to try running a cannery with obsolete machinery? You be my guest.
Sorry, ma'am. I wasn't trying to be rude. It's just, your flanging apparatus isn't making a strong flange, so your sealer isn't sealing right, and...
Oh. I see what you're saying. Huh. I'll have to try that. Anyway, what do you folks need?
Yep, her flange isn't flanging. Her doohickey isn't doohickeying. I don't know why I'm talking to you. I need to be talking to your computer, not you. I'm a little more sneaky now, I think, so I can get away with stealing stuff a little closer to people now. It's so lucrative in this game. That was weird. Oh, look. There's the poster. Hey, she wanted to play hardball. Kind of, literally. Oh, look at that. I can hack her. I'm going in. Braxton Hex files are filled with Saltuna breeding charts, various pharmacological formulae, and musings on why Saltuna seems to prefer Borst and beans over plain Borstwurst. Okay. Uh-oh. Velma's personal files are a morass of supply contracts, order forms, spreadsheets, and financial records. Careful study of her financial records reveals that the past several years, she has been slowly siphoning money from her operating budget into a personal account. The theft is cleverly hidden. Individual instances could be wow. Let me start over. The theft is cleverly hidden. Individual instances could be excused as rounding errors or mistakes in simple arithmetic. The sheer volume of occurrences, however, indicates deliberate intent. Well, someone's got their hand in the salt tuna can. Taking people's money.
I'd give you a friendlier welcome, but I'm up to my elbows in salt tuna guts.
Yeah, about that. Let's talk about Caleb.
Unless you're here to tell me he's agreed to do his job again, I've got nothing to say. If Caleb wants to keep this job, he'd better get back to it. I'm about ready to hire sublight contractors at this rate.
Well, I saw your accounts. You've been taking money for years. You can afford to pay them a little more.
Yeah, and did you miss the part where I'm working doubles to cover for everyone who decides not to show?
Ironic, isn't it?
I'm the one who keeps this place running. That money's mine, one way or another.
Yeah, but if you pay them, they'll come back and you don't have to work doubles anymore. Yeah, that does sound a lot like him, but I think Sanjar might be curious to find out what's going on here.
Fine. Tell Caleb he and his team can have their raise, but I need them back here immediately. Something else on your mind?
No, No, we're good. Didn't you want to talk about the poster? No, what poster? I don't know what poster you're talking about. So hey, I got him a raise. And I got Grimm's poster. I'm helping out the little guys. Hey, time to go back to work.
Why don't you grab a chair, sit a spell, and revel with us? Got an update for us? We can't afford to sit this out for too much longer. Know what I mean?
I kind of don't want to give that away. Yeah, I'll just say that, yeah, I'm not going to, like, show my hand. Who knows when the information could help me later. Maybe.
How'd you manage that? Wait, never mind. If I question it, it'll turn out not to be true. Besides, I never follow how you got Velma to part ways with a bit card of her own accord. As agreed, here's your compensation. Ain't a lot, but I hope it shows how much we appreciate all you've done. Now me and my friends here better get back to work before Velma blows a fuse.
Yeah, you better get back to work, you know. Or you're just going to sit there.
Who wants to play an impromptu tossball match?
No, I'm good.
No one? Really?
The way they explain tossball, it reminds me of, oh, what is it called? Oh no, I forgot what it's called. Blurns ball? In a Futurama, they make it, like, intentionally complicated. Let's see. What was I doing? Let's search Braxton's apartment. He needs to get back. The fish are getting too many tumors. And yes, I think Futurama was pretty underrated. I wasn't a huge fan of the newer seasons when it came back. It just felt a little different, but I love the old stuff. I don't know how it got canceled after 4 seasons. When Simpsons is on, like, what, they're 30-something? Alright, well, this is Braxton's apartment. Let's see, Braxton.
You again! You've really got to stop doing that!
I'm looking for Braxton. You seen him?
Braxton. I've never even heard of a Braxton. Got nothing for you, sorry.
Uh-huh. Well, you've obviously been taking drugs.
No! Okay, maybe, just a little. Braxton always has a good stash, and I just like to let loose a little. Stop thinking about the marauders and the raptidons outside, you know?
Yeah, I can see why this town would self-medicate quite a bit. And yeah, she kind of does, but remember how this game works with wrinkles. It's kind of just like a prosthetic put on top. Do you know where he is?
Oh, damn. He told me he was delivering to this house in the ruins south of town. Whole family had fallen sick, and he had some meds on hand. So maybe look for him there?
So he went outside to help a bunch of random people.
Poor fella. Hope he's okay. We should hurry, Captain.
Anything else I can do in town before I leave? Ooh, I can investigate that guy. This is the guy who we think killed that guy who was betting on tossball matches. Gotta teach him a lesson. Hello, hooligans.
Who the fuck are you? This ain't your alley.
You want to say that again? Huh?
Carry on.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Hey, what are you doing here? This is our secret alley. Berta already pissed by those crates to market.
I like this guy's voice. Yeah. I know you murdered Isaac. I mean...
Listen, that purple-toothed twerp had it coming. Not that anyone has proof. And not that it's any of your business.
I'm gonna make it my business. See how, it's not hard, man. It's not hard to do that voice to make you sound intimidating. Oh, your internet's dying again. I know that feel. See you when you get back, if you get back, hopefully. Did I really just do that again? I just did the waving to my mic thing again. What the? I need to stop doing that. Alright. Yeah, I'm making it by business. Tough guy.
Oh yeah? What are you saying exactly?
What am I? Oh, okay. Just attack him. Yeah, you've bullied people long enough. If you know what's good for you, you'll get out of town.
Wow. Most of the pencil pushers around here cave as soon as you look at them funny. Fine, we're going. This ain't worth it.
Now you better get out of here. Or I'll sick my vicar on you. Trust me, you don't want that.
I had a question about your plan, Mr. Vicar.
Of course.
Oh, no, not this again.
Cosmos is
No, I don't want to hear this
generating
again.
A fine day for business, isn't it? Anyway, what can I do for you?
Sorry, Max. I like you more now. You're kind of like Caden. I hated Caden at first in Mass Effect. Now I kind of like him. Max, I didn't like at first, but I kind of like him now. That being said, don't push your luck, Max. When you start talking about your grand plan again, it's like, yeah, I get it. It's cool. Let's just be friends and leave it at that. Isaac Rose is dead. I found the people who killed him.
But that's terrible. What happened?
It was Elijah and his hooligan friends. I ran him out of town.
I'm glad to hear you've dealt with them. They've been causing quite a bit of trouble around town. I've been consumed with other matters of late, but I would have dealt with them eventually.
Uh-huh. Of course you would have.
Of course I would have. Still, your intervention in the matter is much appreciated. Please consider this payment for your services.
Bye. Alright, what else can I do? Oh yeah, I can give Grim his poster. Hey man, I got your signed poster.
Have you had time to check on that poster yet? I keep wondering if it's come in.
You know what? I do find it interesting. There's no option to keep it. Like it could have been. You know, I never even thought about this. Hold on. I'm gonna try something. Something I think I thought about doing for like a second or two, but just didn't because I was being lazy or I don't know. Sometimes I'm like that, where it's like I'm curious, but at the same time I'm just like, eh. Where is the sports bar? Here, sports bar. I'd like to do some betting and drink. God, I'm so bad at learning where stuff is. Nope. This is... I don't know what this place is.
Quietly now.
I don't think I ever figured out what this place was. I think whatever mission might come with this place, I never got. I definitely don't remember coming in here for any reason. Well, no, but I just stole everything. Why can't I find my sports? Oh, it's right here. This is the person who was going to buy it. I wonder if I can sell it to her.
Here to catch a game? I'm afraid the transmission's still pretty bad. What can I do for you?
Oh, well, you said you were having trouble receiving tossball transmissions?
Graham's always filling the airwaves with this propaganda, like it's done him any good. All it means is the tossball games get to us in fragments. Makes them real hard to watch.
It'd be impossible to watch. You imagine watching a football game and you miss like 20-minute increments? It'd be annoying. And no, I can't sell it to her. I like the idea of being able to sell her the poster after I got it. I don't have a silencer on this. Why did I put that on there? Hey, Grim.
Have you had time to check on that poster yet? I keep wondering if it's come in.
Yep.
Would you look at that? The Rizzo's logo is nice and bright, and you can still smell the ink on Mr. Holcomb's signature. I can't thank you enough. Still, you can have the bits I was going to spend at the bar this week. And you know what? Take my old tossball blocker, too. Never get the chance to use it these days.
Now, I think Parvati mentioned something when I got the quest when I was first here. Isn't her last name Holcomb? Doesn't tell me in here. I'm pretty sure, yeah, her last name's Holcomb. I wonder if she's related to that guy. All right. The secret people. Amber Heights. I need to go to the arms building. I think that's the closest one. That was the first mission I got when I came here, so most likely I think it's the closest one. If I remember correctly. I'm not spending 3,000. Oh yeah. I mean, I'm not spending 3,000 on it. I'm gonna yell at that guy and tell him, "Hey, I'm not giving you 3,000 for a damn cake."